Well, with the midterms really around the corner at this point, political leaders nationwide are strategizing about how to retain or maybe even flip key seats in Congress.
Yeah, Texas's governor is calling a special session where redistricting is on the agenda, and Governor Newsom is suggesting California might retaliate if Texas redraws its maps to benefit Republicans.
ABC 7 News political reporter Monica Madden is here. And Monica, California's redistricting process obviously is very different from Texas.
Yes, very different from Texas. In Texas, the Republican-controlled legislature is responsible for its redistricting, whereas California uses an independent commission to redraw its maps. And Governor Gavin Newsom is saying that maybe California should stop playing fair.
They're playing by a totally different set of rules.
In an interview with liberal news outlet The Tennessee Holler, Governor Gavin Newsom suggests California should abandon its independent redistricting process.
In a state that I assure you, with two-thirds majorities in the legislature, could gerrymander like no other state.
So what's the difference between redistricting and gerrymandering? We asked political professor Melinda Jackson to explain.
Redistricting is a process that is actually mandated every 10 years after the census in order to make sure that the districts are evenly distributed. We don't want to have a district that has 10 times as many people as the one next door, right? It should be approximately equal across the population of a state. Gerrymandering is the term we use to describe districts that are drawn to advantage one group or another. So even though the goal is to have approximately equal populations in the districts, where those district lines are drawn can sometimes get quite creative.
Because Texas lawmakers draw their own maps, the end result is often oddly shaped districts like these.
Partisan gerrymandering has not been found to be unconstitutional. If that state legislature is primarily responsible for drawing the districts, there's an incentive to try to give an advantage to their own party.
In theory, Newsom could ask the state's independent redistricting commission to redraw its maps, but most likely, California voters would have to sign off on any overhauls to the process.
And when the voters, directly have a say in something, the legislature can't just override them. It has to go back to the voters. In Governor Newsom's comments, what we're seeing is really some of the frustration on the Democratic side about kind of having a fair playing field in terms of these elections.
A reminder that California's redistricting commission is made up of ordinary people who represent the Republican, Democratic, and independent voices, but they're not current or previous office holders. And since the commission's creation, Professor Jackson says that California has seen more politically competitive districts, which she says is the goal in a democracy.
Right. All right.